Hey World Changers, I hope you're all well. So I just wanted to come on and share some more reflections. It's all about personal development because it always is with me, because you know that's what I'm totally passionate about. But I've just been having a conversation with Paul, who helps me with my marketing for Change Your World, and we're always having conversations about what it is that gets people to connect with Change Your World and engage with personal development. Hey Amanda, nice to see you. And we always come to, I always say it's two things that drive people, and that's inspiration or desperation. Inspiration being surrounded by inspiring role models, people that encourage you, lift you up, allow you to believe in yourself. Even if you don't believe in yourself, they encourage you to believe in yourself and make you believe that you can do whatever you want to set your mind to, that, encourage you to be better than you are. Or you're in desperation where you've reached your absolute enough point, you're sick of feeling ill, you're sick of the work that you do, you've reached a point it's not fulfilling, it's not filling you up with joy, it's not making you happy, you're tired, you're stressed, you're exhausted. Whatever it might be that is draining your energy, it's when you reach that point. Oh, hey Tom, didn't realise you were watching, good to see you both. I'm talking about what it is that drives somebody to change. And maybe I'm looking for feedback. So Amanda and Tom, and maybe you can share your stories about what drove you. Was it inspiration? Was it desperation? And what was the key that made you go, right, I'm going to engage with Change Your World or personal development, or whatever outlet it is that you use to help you make those changes. And now Amanda, we've obviously been working with you for the last 18 months, and you have made incredible changes in your life, and it's just a delight. I mean, this is why I do what I do. Seeing people transform like you have just fills my world up with absolute joy. And now the ripple effect of what is happening is that Tom, your husband, has come on board. He's seen the benefits of you, seen the ripple effect in your family life, and seeing you change, and now thought, do you know what, I want a piece of this. So that is kind of one area. But tonight, for example, we've got the personal development group. So we run a life coaching group every Monday between 7 and 9 p.m. It's 2 hours. It's run by Alistair Stewart, the life coach that helped me to transform my life. And no, thank you. You did it, Amanda. We just supported you along the way. So we run that every Monday. Last week was all about decision making, and we very much focused on, everything starts with a decision. It's decision to start something or decision to end something. And with that then becomes a process of change. How are you going to go about doing it? What are the requirements? What support do you need? What needs to change in your mindset in order for this to happen? What habits do you need to change? What behaviour do you need to change in order to achieve these goals, or to ditch something, take something out of your life? But remember, if you do take something out of your life, if you are ditching something, that will leave a void. And nature hates a vacuum. Nature hates a void, and it will fill it with something. If you do not fill it with something positive, it could be even worse than the thing that you've ditched it. So you've got to be really mindful about this. So tonight's life coaching group is, let's get the title, Changing the Natural and Empowering Way. So we're going to be very much talking about change as a process, how we react to change, because we are often fearful of change, we resist it, we avoid it, we catastrophize it, thinking the worst case scenario is going to happen, and sometimes it does happen. It depends how much thought and effort and conscious thought you put into catastrophizing it and visualizing that outcome and making it happen, because we can self-sabotage. So we're going to be talking about the process of change, and if you actually accept that change is continually happening, and it's always going to happen. And if you accept that, how you can then start reacting in a different way, how you can start embracing it and going, okay, what is a more empowered response that I can take? However, depending where you are can mean different levels of your struggle or your resistance or your fear. So, this is what I discussed with Paul. Some of my Change Your World audience will be in a state where they're just absolutely drowning. Life is throwing all kinds of challenges at them. They're in overwhelm. They just don't even know where to start. Don't know where to get support. Don't even know which area to begin with. And that is definitely a horrible place to be. I've been there myself. Hey Claire, nice to see you. I've definitely been there myself, where I've been in complete overwhelm, several bereavements happening at once, loss of a relationship, in lots of debt, and literally every, hey Margaret, nice to see you. Every aspect of my life literally just been thrown out like a deck of cards and just waiting to see where it lands. And, this is why I'm so passionate about personal development, because this, is the difference between me coming out of this with post-traumatic growth rather than post-traumatic stress. I had a life coach. I started absorbing myself in self-help books. I started doing what I could. For Amanda, for me it was desperation. For Tom, it was inspiration. Well, there you go. Well, that is the ripple effect of what has come out of your situation of desperation. And that is what Change Your World is all about. It's all about the ripple effect. And if I can inspire people to live life better in whatever way that means for them through all my coaching services, then they then inspire others. And that is how we change the world, people. It is all about changing the world through the power of personal development. So what I was saying is, yes, we run our life coaching group. So that's happening tonight. If you are in the Inverness area and you fancy coming along, we're going to be very much looking at change and how to deal with it in a more empowered way. Now, whether that's enforced change, so you've had life events thrown at you and you're just in reaction mode rather than creation mode, and you're just thinking, I don't know how to deal with this, I feel stressed, I feel fearful, I feel scared. This is a great life coaching session to come to if you've not come to any of the Change Your World meetup groups before. Amanda is one of our members. Claire's just started coming along as well, so do tell the world what you're getting out of them and how they're helping you. And where was I going with this? Oh yeah, and if change is something, one of the other places that people can be, they might not be going through a challenging time. Life might be actually okay. It's going along on a steady keel. You've got a whole roof over your head. You've got money in the bank. You've got all your basic needs. You've got love and affection and connection with others. You've got all these, but you just feel there's more. There's more to, you have more in you to give. And you have, this is when you're in that place. If you don't need to sort your own foundations out, then that's where, essentially, to get purpose and meaning from life, it's about paying it forward and saying, okay, well, how can I help others? How can I serve the world? How can I make a difference? Because that, once you've got your own foundations right, then that means that you can start helping other people that, are struggling with their foundations. Hey, Gillian, nice to see you. I've not seen you for a while. We're just talking about the life coaching group that we run on a Monday night. It'd be lovely to see you back. We're talking about change, and accepting change happens constantly, and it's about embracing it in a more empowered way and reacting to it in an empowered way rather than just reacting to it with fear and resistance. So, which is what we most do. Hi, Jude. Now, the other thing, if we do not... I'm swinging on my chair. I'm forgetting I'm on a live video. So one of the other things, so if you're not in the Inverness area, we have set up Change Your World Every Day, which is an online coaching program. and that anybody is available to join that. We broadcast every day. We have a different coach each week or each fortnight, depending on the topic, how long they do. And they coach for 20 minutes a day. And a lot of the members that are watching today here on the Facebook Live are in this group. And again, we're just seeing transformations. Now, the reason why that has been proving so successful is because you have consistency. So you have daily inspiration each and every day from different coaches. So you set your day up. We broadcast at 7 a.m. every morning. You set your day with intention. You're setting your day with inspiration. You're not waking up to negative news or whatever your morning routine is that might be slightly challenging. You're setting, okay, this is my time for me to set my day, my mindset. I'm going to start on the right foot. So it starts off with an intention. You've then got the community as well. So the community of people that absolutely understand the challenges that come with change and going on a self-discovery journey, and they're all rooting for each other. There's no judgment. It's a safe place to share the challenges, the wins, the highs, the lows, and it's in a private group. So that's going on. Plus there's also, it's keeping you on track and keeping you motivated. So if you're trying to make a change and you're all fired up for the first month or first 3 weeks, however long or little it is, and then you start losing your motivation. And this is what the group does. It keeps reminding you of your why you started this. And when you feel like giving up, you've got the support of the group absolutely motivating you forward. What's Margaret saying? The most constant thing in daily life is change. Absolutely. Yeah, it's the only thing we can rely on that is constant. It just, I'm just looking at the birds in the background. Well, so yeah, that's what we from Change Your World Every Day. We've also got obviously our professional services. I deliver stress management workshops. So if stress is something that you suffer from, your organisation, team members are experiencing, we have services to deliver that. Or I've got a whole team of coaches that I can call upon. So if you've got particular issues in your organisation or workplace and you would like some kind of bespoke service, and not at a ridiculous price, because this is what really bothers me about personal development, because I see the incredible prices that people charge, and I just for me, I want to make personal development accessible to everybody. And because I don't think it should be a middle class luxury, quite frankly. And I would like to make it available to everybody. I've got to run a business, I've got to pay my own bills and what have you. However, I do absolutely make it affordable. The Change Your World Every Day group is £1 a day. So yeah, £1 a day to change your life. It's a pretty awesome price, and you are getting access to global coaches, health and wellbeing professionals. So do check it out. All the links, I'll put all the links in the comments below. What's Amanda saying? Highly recommend both groups. I've made loads of new friends with like-minded people. Well, and that's the thing. You are absolutely, that's another thing that I haven't said about role models. So we become the direct reflection of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Now, I learnt this about, I don't know, probably about 8 years ago, and I was horrified to learn this, because I thought, wow, the 5 people I spend the most time with are definitely not lifting me up. They are not encouraging me. They are draining my energy. They are sucking the lifeblood out of me. They are quite toxic. In fact, they were, some of them were extremely toxic. And as a result, I was becoming all of that. I was negative, I was judgmental and bitchy, I was angry. And I actually had an incident yesterday. I was out for a walk yesterday in Culloden Woods, and I walked past a house and I overheard somebody shouting really, really angry. I don't know if they were shouting at another person or an animal, but it was really aggressive, and it really traumatized me. I left me feeling really sick to the pit of my stomach, because it was just awful. I don't know who was on the receiving end of that, but I thought, you know, what is going on in that person's world that they have just lost it, that they feel so frustrated at the world. And you know what? We're all guilty of it. I have been in that situation. That's what it made me reflect on, because I used to be that angry person. I used to have absolutely toxic, horrible arguments with my partner. You know, vicious, horrible words were said. And now I was reflecting on it and thinking, I can't remember the last time I lost my temper. I mean, really, truly lost my temper. Yeah, I get annoyed and I was going to swear really badly then. I get fed up. I have to remember where I am, for goodness sakes. I get frustrated and fed up and I get annoyed. But, you know, it's fleeting and calms down. But I used to get really hacked off and frustrated. And now I'm like, you know, I just don't react that way anymore. And that's what personal development has done for me, you know, choosing to react in a more mindful way, and that has improved all my relationships as a result. I don't have any toxic relationships in my life anymore. I've ditched all these relationships that don't serve me, and this is why I'm so passionate about what I do, because, you know, this is what Change Your World does for people. You know, it allows them to live life with joy, create the life that they really want to live, to ditch everything that doesn't serve them, and then actually go on to help others and create a ripple effect and inspire others, like Amanda has with her husband and her family. It's not just Tom. I know it's having a huge positive impact on your family as well with your kids. So yeah, this is what we do. So if you fancy coming along to our life coaching group tonight, it is 7 a.m. I will put the link to it in our group. Again, just to remind you, this week's topic is changing the natural and empowered way. Because do remember, change is happening all the time. It is just how you react to it and whether you are creating that change or it is being forced on you. So if you are having enforced changes, then there are more empowered ways to react to it. Very aware my voice is starting to go now, so I think it's time for me to go. If you're not in the Inverness area, do check out Change Your World every day. It is literally £1 a day. Did I say 7 a.m? I need a coffee. In fact, don't give me a coffee. Jesus, that's when I start peeling me off the scene. Definitely not. 7 a.m. is the Change Your World every day. We do broadcast at 7 a.m. 7 p.m. tonight for our life coaching group. Hey Joe, how are you? It's nice to see you. I haven't connected with you for a while. So I'm just saying that we are all about our coaching services, and what we're doing for our topic tonight is all about change, and accepting change is a process of life, and it's all about how we lead that and react to that in a more empowered way, and we create our life rather than just reacting to it. And that is very much something that I used to do all the time. I was just very much reacting to life. I was not creating my life at all, and that's the difference in me now. I have, you know, it was on Friday, it was 12 months since I officially left the BBC. You know, I'd been there 18 years, had a brilliant career as a radio producer, absolutely loved it. But do you know, it was so bizarre, I didn't even, like, it flashed up on my Facebook memories that I had left, and I was so in the zone of loving my life and enjoying everything I'd created for the last 12 months. It wasn't even on my radar until, you know, went on Facebook and saw it. So yes, Joe, definitely. Let's definitely connect. It'd be nice to find out what you're up to, and I see your post occasionally. It does look like you're up to some interesting things. So yes, let's definitely connect. So, love to you all. Take care. I'm aware it's lunchtime and I've taken up enough of your time. Go out there. The sun is shining for a change. So get out there, get some vitamin D, go out for a walk and enjoy it. So it's not going to be around for long in Scotland. So make the most of it. So take care, and hopefully I'll see some of you tonight. All right. Cheers. Bye.